come alive, lighting up the night. I'll do what it takes, yeah. So just set your heart ablaze.
First blood!
Summer shine in the winter spine, always into the call, yeah. Top 3, but you praise mine. You could never see the daylight. No fire with a gray light. I do this for you, hope you know it. Lighting up the sky, hope I show it, yeah. My whole life I'll see through. All I wanted was to be you, but I really couldn't seem to, yeah. Do you really wanna give it all? You can think of me whenever that you fall, yeah. You can find the answer right here. When your heart beats faster, no fear. There's no time, let me say I live my truth, and when it all falls, they'll look to you. So remember to never run, never hide, legends never die. Feel the burn, come alive, lighting up the night. I'll do what it takes, yeah. So just set your heart ablaze. Never die, never cry, look into my eyes. You always do the same for me, this is just my time. I'll do what it takes, yeah. So just set your heart ablaze. Set it ablaze.
Stop your demons! Hit me! Fight me! Give me a hug!
Freshman with veteran plays, veteran plays. Finish the mission, no need to amaze. Just set it ablaze, it's time to be brave. Just go and be faithful. Go and breathe hope in everybody when it's painful. Be graceful, never let your guard down. This is be a star among the night. When you feel you're not enough, just go and look into the sky and I'll be there. There's no time, let me save you. It's alright. I live my truth, and when it all falls, they'll look to you. So remember to never run, never hide, legends never die. Feel the burn, come alive, lighting up the night. I'll do what it takes, yeah. So just set your heart ablaze. Never die, never cry, look into my eyes. You would do the same for me, this is just my time. I'll do what it takes, yeah. Just set your heart up. Never run, never hide, legends never die. Feel the burn, come alive, lighting up the night. I'll do what it takes, yeah. So just set your heart ablaze. Never die, never cry, look into my eyes.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome in, Sharky. Thank you very much for that resub. Also, caffeinated. So, I'm trying something slightly different with the stream today. I'm still doing the whole multi-streaming thing, but I'm doing it in a slightly different way. So, one of my issues that I had is not changed. There's still quite a delay for the stream to YouTube, but that's fine. Basically nobody watches me there anyway. It's fine. Hopefully it's not really going to affect the quality for Twitch, but if the quality does seem worse, please let me know. Good. So, we're going to try and get this guy finished up hopefully today, so we have a lot of panel lining to do. Got weathering to do. And then once the weathering is done, Then I have to figure out exactly how I want to base this guy. I think I have one of those. But I'll program all that. In about 20 minutes, I am going to have to get up and meander off for a moment. As I have laundry in, and that's about when it's going to be done. So be prepared. You'll hear a loud yell from my phone as the alarm goes off, and then I'll be like, I'll be right back. But that is not next. That is in the future. This in the sticker. There we go. That's the one I want. Oop.
Rocket vagabond swagger is the credo, but when we get a chance, we might fight some real evil. Yeah, one time for the heroes, running from the law in the period of veto. Rocket vagabond swagger is the credo, but when we get a chance, we might fight some real evil.
Few drops of that, and let's get you put back where you belong. You don't need to be in front if you are not being used. So yeah, once I'm done this guy here, I'm gonna basically move right on to this guy here. Get that painted up. But yeah, like basically I'm the thing that is different about the stream is I'm using a bespoke plugin in OBS to do the whole multi-streaming thing. That way, I can control the audio that is going out to the YouTubes. The sucker of blossoms, the top of the game, I'm a paragon. I'm beating a breeze, but I will be forgotten. No matter the foe, I'ma carry on. King shit, I stay unkillable like berserker. In this Kazuki, I ain't afraid to do murder. Witness, straight from the legends, I build with further or critical. I push further, commanding like Matthew Mercer. Be like Shiro, the traces on, I'm a hero. I take you on back to zero. The day is one, what they fear most. I'm staying strong. I got nights back in Camelot. Now you're begging, you pray to God. Don't need guns, I go analog. Cut more pieces than tabletops. That way, if I can get this setup working right now, if the day comes around where I can monetize on YouTube, I don't have to worry about, you know, people coming after me for playing music on stream. Specifically YouTube and or the people who own the rights to the music that I'm playing. They be fighting to no avail, they weak and frail. I be winning the holy grail, just read the tales. They can try but they only fail, this queen prevails. I stay strapped up from battle, boy, you could peek the mail. But I'm in a different league, ain't nobody gonna disagree. I'm making history when I spit it sick like dysentery. I do it viciously, Kareem, my curse brings misery. My blade flows like calligraphy, I cut three roots, no trilogy. Conqueror like William, my posse's going global. Epic nights I'm killing them, phantasms looking noble. Gilgamesh, I slay a man to reject his proposal. I split a dude in half, licky Roman Constantinople. Manna, burst, straight shot, better do your worst. Gas up like I'm Jupiter when I drop more guys than Google Earth. Scabbard, earned, hunt sheep, better do some work. One beef gonna lose your nerve. I do apologize about the slightly lower than normal energy. My brain hates me today. No particularly good reason why, it just does. Excalibur.
wash your fingers through the surface to the wet. We wait in the stains. We build you till nothing remains. In the name of the sound of the name. Repeat the word, repeat the word, repeat the word. Egg cracks and the truth will emerge. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. You are home, you remind us happen.
At the edge of understanding, the border of the known, the breaking point of reason, where logic is dethroned, where sense is defenseless and festers on the bone, you'll find entropy as offensive as rendered in the sown as you roam through the oldest house, home to all that you weren't told about, trapped within a labyrinth that goes without saying, that we're praying that they don't get out. The vision for the isn't sitting hinged within a schism, a half-reflected architecture, dark and ending prisms, part objective, part conjecture, partner with tradition, where the paperwork is worshipped and the rituals written. When the black rock cracks and the firebreak ends, the director is left as the line of defense. The trenches have fallen to forces unknown. Perhaps you should answer the phone.
You can't place the pin where patterns end and you begin. Follow the director, else you're gonna slide into the void. But if the world you know is cracked and falling through, go to the protector, load another slide into.
There's the strangest correlation observation will present in the systems we can witness and the signals they have sent. These forces yet unknowable that ripple through cement, inscrutable intrusions, altered world events, where reality cracks and impacts on the next, dimensions fragment, and the astral projects on benign.
But what is also really awesome about the setup that I'm trying right now is I should be able to, if I want to, just stream to Twitch or just stream to YouTube as well, depending on how I hit the go live. So Twitch, that is definitely something that I want as a level of control, because there are some things that I just stream to Twitch, such as when I do the multi-TTRPG stream with the rest of the people on the podcast, because the other stream goes to the podcast YouTube.
As you're gonna slide into the void, but should your world collapse and fall right off the maps, so did the protector, load another slide into
The
the
director is the bureau's one connection to the board. Obey the mighty Bakelite and file your reports. Telephony and effigy must never be ignored, so if you hear a ringing, you would better pull the cord and explore the decor of the ocean view, where the doors only open for a chosen few. Check your logic at the desk, you won't need it to progress. A dream is just a test to be broken through, like the smoke entombed in the rooms of the ashtray. Furniture fractals, the carpet cascade.
Accidentally brushed somewhere that I wasn't originally intending to, so
Into infinite pathways, there's no limit to the dangers of phenomena we
fine.
for the chaos that would range if the panopticon be breached. This never-ending edifice is pushed upon the precipice since we let in the resonance the futures have besieged.
If you can't place the pin where patterns end and you begin, follow the
Yeah,
director,
that's
else you're gonna
drawn on angle. That's fucking weird. When I'm looking at it and I'm going, is that an actual angle in the mini, or is that something that I accidentally put in there?
slide into the
Analyze the data. I catalog the signs. Run every simulation, every sample I can find.
But I mean, at the same time, having something like that on a camouflage mini you would want, or on a camouflage unit, you would want that. Like, as impractical as camouflage is at this scale of vehicle and technology,
Unfold as a door that knocks in the ticking, in the ticking, in the ticking of the clocks. We are holding the key, we just don't see the locks. Paradise and parasite and parallel. In paradox, we stand on a mantle where matter divides to abstractive fracture.
it's like part of the
Cracks in reality.
point of camouflage is to break up the angles on what is camouflage. Like, generally, you know, obviously in the really real world you wouldn't have all of your lines darkened, but that's just so that, you know, there's definition. Oh, damn it. I left that over there, dude. Where did I leave my vape? Hold up! Okay, I need to actually kind of BRB a little quicker, but this is a closer BRB. I'll still be here, and I will still be on... Like, I will still have my headphones on. But... getting up for a moment and cat. Yeah, of course you were laying on. Of course. Wow.
Wanna buy my Wazo? Yo, Scab Team City, 2250. Chubbs make fats and my best friend Billy. And I'm digging through the bag of a dead slave. Really, all I got is a broke 10 mil. Now,
But yeah, like, I don't know, it's like at this scale of size and technology level, like, you're also looking at having fucking like sensors and shit like that that are going to very much so notice the fusion engine that is running this thing. Not only that, but like, Camo can only do so much to hide something that's as big as a 2-story building. Like, seriously. So like, camo on something like this is 100% for show. 100%. Like, and I imagine that the startup sequence for one of these things isn't all that, like, it can be pushed, like, fairly quickly. Considering, like, you're only, like, on the tabletop, if you overheat and shut down, you're only shut down for 1 turn. Which is not very long at all. Like, in non-turn-based time. You know what I mean? So you could probably start one of these in a few seconds, like 5 to 10 seconds. But I mean, that's also from warm. From cold, I would think that it would take a little bit longer. Now, that being said, I can see somebody, if this is watched on YouTube afterwards, where they're like, nah, in this novel here, in which case, if that is the case, and somebody over there wants to prove me wrong and show me where it's been done in the fiction, please let me know what book it's in, and I will read that book myself. We're up most of the panels lined. Well, I mean, that wouldn't be quiet. It's more the fact that, like, if you have it right from cold, like you're sitting waiting to ambush and you want no sensor traces for your mech, and, you know, you're sitting there and your engine is completely cold, going from that to fully functioning, I don't know if, like, they would probably take, you know, a minute or so to get fully, what the fuck is that? Do I even have one of those? No, I don't. Ultra Ball. Do I even have one of those? Yes. Yes, I do. Like, I could see it being a valid tactic if, say, you had an ambushing, like basically a force of bait mechs to draw the enemy mechs in past the shutdown mechs and keep them busy for, you know, a few minutes while you start up the surprise mech, as it were. But yeah, I would think it would take... And yes, this song is playing twice because I wanted to play it twice. I'm also going to have to check the VOD afterwards to see if it mutes all system sounds. In which case, I may have to think about turning it off when playing video games. If that's the case, then that means that like any video game sounds wouldn't come across to either YouTube or the Twitch VOD.
There's no time, let me save you, it's alright. I live my truth, and when it all falls, I'll look to you. So remember to, never run, never hide, legends never die. Feel the burn, come alive, lighting up the night. I'll do what it takes, yeah. So just set your heart ablaze. Never die, never cry, look into my eyes. You would do the same for me, this is just my time. I'll do what it takes, yeah. Just set your heart up. Never run, never hide, legends never die. Feel the burn, come alive, lighting up the night. I'll do what it takes, yeah. So just set your heart ablaze. Never die, never cry, look into my eyes. You would do the same for me, this is just my time. I'll do what it takes. Just set your heart ablaze.
I'm gonna rewatch that show. It's been a bit since I've watched Demon Slayer. And they apparently have a new movie coming out this year for that show. Also in, I think it's April, part 2 of the second season of my current favorite anime is dropping. Which I'm super stoked about. Ooh, wow. That bitrate is fluctuating. If anybody is having video issues, please let me know, because this is kind of a bit of a test stream to see if this method will work. or audio issues as well. Because I know one of the main reasons people tune in around here is my super smooth voice. Okay. So my alarm's about to go off. Stop yelling at me, phone. So I have to quickly run downstairs. I'm gonna... Not as clean as I want it to be. I'm gonna have to clean it when I get back. I'm gonna hit the be right back button, and I will be right back. You're being right back. Yep, you're being right back. Okay. Bam. Alrighty, I are back. Oh, there we go. Let's give this a little. Downside with working with inks, the brush wicks them like nothing else. Ooh. Running up 3 flights of stairs is decent little exercise. That's not white suds. Looks pretty clean though. Clean enough for now at least. Okay. Pardon me. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to do some lining on the arm. And then once this is all panel lined and whatnot, and inked, I should say. Hey there, Patchwork. I attributed you. You probably got a notification. Now I just need to, like, figure out 5 more standard emotes. And, like... Well, no. Yeah, 5 more standard emotes and, like, 1 more, animated. And I think I then have all of my, emote slots tied up. Hey there, Rico. Then I have to get sub points, because that's how you fucking get more emote slots. I think I have to get something like 30 for the next emote slots. Something stupid like that. Oh, yeah, Rico. Did you ever end up figuring out Canadian shipping? Hopefully that popped out before the ad. So many fucking panels to line. But yes, I hope everybody is having a pleasant day. That seems fair. That's actually cheaper than most places shipping from the States, so... there have been more than a couple of things that I've purchased from the States where... Actually, there have been a few things that I've looked at buying from the States where I just said no, because, like, I just, like, no, I'm not getting this, because the shipping ended up being, like, double. I will get back to you on that. That sounds like a good idea. I just need to figure out what I want for those. Ooh, a Magmar. I don't care if I already have one. I'm gonna Ultra Ball that shit. No, I'm not gonna try that on this. Might be an option. Okay. That sounds definitely like a plan. There definitely needs to be one coffee one. I know that. That's fair. Yeah, like, I do not order anything physical from the Catalyst Games Lab website anymore. I've done that a grand total of once. Fascinating. Good timing. I was actually just about to take a drink. Actually, I'm going to take another drink. But yeah, like, it is not worth getting anything, like, for me, it's not worth going through the Catalyst Games Lab website because the shipping they charge is just fucking ridiculous. If I want a physical object, I will just go and buy it locally. But yeah, I think I had Hero Zone ship me something out, and he only charged me. What was it? Oh, hold on. Actually, I can bring that up. Gadget Discord. What did I pay for that? So I got like a big box from him. And what are you? Boop. So for 2-day UPS shipping, from Ohio was $16.53. For first class, it's $22.23. So as a as an idea of what it looks like to ship, that's just to me. And, also from a city in Ohio. Not going to give out somebody else's, like, almost exact location. It's not hard to find somebody if you know what city they live in. Well, and a few things about them. Like, Unless they're like me and don't go anywhere. In which case, it's kind of hard to catch, you know, a wild magic. It's kind of hard to catch a magical hack out in the wild. Like, I honestly came to love Uber Eats over the pandemic because it basically kind of forced me to utilize Uber Eats for getting groceries. And I'm gonna tell you, as bad as it sounds, that was a fucking life changer. Like, wait, you mean I don't have to go and deal with the public to get the things that I need to get? Fucking score. Wouldn't, like, I don't, I don't get anxiety so much as, well, no, it is anxiety, but it's less from the store itself and more from people. For that exact reason. The general public is very overwhelming. Like, I need to go out and buy a new hoodie, and I've been putting it off because that means dealing directly with people. Because that's one of those things that I will never buy online. I'm not going to buy clothes online. It would have to be something pretty specific for me to buy it online. I go with Uber Eats because I have an Uber One account that I pay the membership for. I know I'm an idiot, but at the same time, I use Uber Eats a lot. And like, if you use Uber Eats like a couple of times a week, it actually is worth the membership. Because you save a ridiculous amount on not having to pay fucking delivery fees. That's fair. And like, if you're only using it for like one purpose, it's definitely not worth the membership. Wait, are you one of those weird veggie people, or do you just have like weird dietary restrictions? Sorry, vegetarians. It's fine. My most recent ex-fiance was a vegan. That's fair. So, column A, column B. So, one of the things when I was still working in kitchens that I hated. That's fair. That is entirely fair. One of the things that I really hated about working when I was working in kitchens, was the people who came in and basically claimed allergies because they didn't like something. I understand people screw up when you ask for special orders sometimes, and you might not get what you're looking for. But I don't think most people realize that when you're in a professional kitchen and you get an allergy on a table, you need to basically sanitize your area before you, or even just grab new cutting boards and shit, or specific cutting boards, before you can even touch that order, which completely disrupts the line. I understand allergies, and we have to do it every time because we don't know if somebody's faking it because they don't like something, or if it's an actual allergy. It actually used to infuriate me going on social media and seeing people say, oh yeah, if you don't like something, just say you have an allergy. No, don't fucking do that. That's not cool. You don't know how much work that puts on the people in the kitchen because you don't like something. But yeah, being that I was a line cook, I definitely understand dietary restrictions and shit like that, because people have them. And to be 100% honest, no matter what kitchen I was working in, those situations were the times where I got to where I ended up having to be fucking creative. I got a kitty that I'm petting with my foot. To be fair, the majority of what you order in a restaurant, even if it looks complicated on the menu.
Aw, look. It just wants some lovin's. Go pet it.
Buttums. There's descriptions on the top of the head. There you go. Actually coming along rather nicely. I'm gonna have to do some more lining, but once the weathering is on here, it's gonna hide some of those mistakes and whatnot. And then it will be on to the camo painted Valkyrie. Is that another new one? It is another new one. Did it catch it? Yeah, I caught it. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, and like also too, like especially when it comes to vegans specifically, that really limits what can be used. Like that cuts out butter, that cuts out margarine. Because most margarine does have some sort of like dairy in it. Fucking cuts out cream. Though to be fair, most of the places that I'd worked at didn't even really cater to like vegetarians for the most part. Yeah. Hey cat, don't kick my foot. And I mean, also too, like, if okay, so in my opinion, even if you have the proper vegan ingredients, but like, if you don't have the proper ingredients, that cuts out a lot of different things. Like pasta wise. Because like there's no cream pastas. There's like a lot of the like oil tossed pastas usually have like feta in them, which cuts that out, which sucks. Gonna bring this back to anime, but I always saw myself as the like Sanji type of cook, where I didn't want anybody to leave. Like, nah, you don't leave hungry. Fucking, I don't care who you are. I don't care your ideology as long as you leave it at the door. If you're hungry, I will feed you. That includes weird vegans. I say I definitely 100% say that jokingly. Like I said, my last ex was vegan. I can understand that. I can understand that. Like, I can find some of the food palatable, if not my preference. I think is the best way I can put that. I'm willing to bet 100% that she was trying to quietly make me turn vegan. Thankfully, it was just quietly and not like, hey, stop eating meat. Meat is murder. Meat is not murder. Meat is tasty. Dibs. Dibs, Sharky. Big fibs. Generally not. That's usually not very well received when you do that. Because I don't know, because I've had so many people around me who take issue with that word. I like to give that word some impact. So I generally only permit myself to utter that word like once a year. Well, I mean, she's an adult. She can deal with being upset for a while. Sometimes you need to just, like, you know, everybody take their corners, cool down. And you know what? A nap is one of the best ways to do that. That is fair. That is entirely fair. What does that say about me? People like to fall asleep during my streams. Or during my streams. Does that mean I'm boring? No, I know it doesn't mean I'm boring. Okay, so let's take a look. Are there any more lines that I can see that are obvious? Yes. Yes, there are. Let's... Uh-oh. Oh, okay. One of my cameras ended up getting unplugged. That... It's just the delay on YouTube fucked me up. Oh, the cat walked away. Okay. Pardon me. I'm going to line something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, now I remember what it was. There. There. Okay. So now what we're going to do... clean off this brush. Set you aside so you can... a little bit. Do. Ink, ink. That's just a little bit of black. Perfect. Mwahaha. Alrighty, so now what we're gonna do is put that brush away. Put this away. Roll up her sleeves a little bit. Now... and I need... where is the sponge? This is the sponge. Is the knife. That is over at the coffee table. Oh, wow. Also, welcome in, Jay. Over here. Yes, it is. I was doing crafting over there. Well, I was watching the YouTubes a while ago. Alright, so what we're going to do first... need... Hold on. I'm gonna do it like this. This way. Through. And around. Be able to pry that open and wait, there's such thing as a normal sleep schedule? It's a thing that exists? Why has nobody ever told me this? I think it's almost time to change my blade. Oh, a lapras. I have a lapras. I actually have a lapras. Well, let's see if I can get a second Lapras. I fucking love this soundtrack. Sleep is that tiny coma thing that most people do on a daily basis. I say tiny, but like generally people are like, "Oh, I need 8 hours of sleep." 8 hours. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we're gonna cheat here a little bit. Because I missed some spots and didn't get as good a coverage on some spots as I wanted. So, we're going to take some of our Gunmetal Gray. And we are going to apply it with a sponge. And kind of dab it on a little bit and make it look like some of the paint is chipped off. Not mean to boop the camera. And we're going to go on a few other spots too. Just to kind of add some wear and tear to the mech. Make it look like it's been used. As this is basically a training mech. So I would have figured, I would figure that, you know, there'd be... Thank you. Oh, also, for everybody listening, I have a poll up in the BattleTech channel of my Discord server. !Discord will get you in there. For the next video that I do. If you haven't... Exactly. If you have not voted, please vote. There are only 2 options. If you want to choose both options, the precedent has already been set. You can. It will just leave it up to me, and I know which one I will choose. But I want to see what you guys want to see. Out of the 2 options, so... It's, yeah, like, there would definitely be wear and tear, simply because of the fact that, like, this isn't a frontline mech. This isn't going on parade. It's not going into, like, actual live combat. It's just, you know, it's what the new pilots get to pilot for a bit. But yeah, like, obviously this isn't my best work. I'm gonna throw that out there. But it is a successful concept. I think doing the camo, the rest of them I'm gonna have it, like, I'm gonna have the camo and everything be as pristine as possible. Because those are the ones that are going to be, like, out for parade, and those are the ones that are going to be sent into combat and shit like that. Right, yeah. The next one that I'm going to be painting up is going to be this one here. The big pink brick. Okay, so now I want to work on the base. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to... Well, you know what? I could just always just freehand everything I need to freehand. It's always a possibility. It's not won't necessarily look good, but it's always a possibility. Grab the Mars Black first. Love having, like, this was a a good buy. I could have printed one myself, like a palette knives. But I mean, buy palette knives, or why print a palette knife when you can print other stuff and just buy a set of palette knives for cheap. I do, however, need to look at getting loading up Blender and doing some 3D sculpting, because I mentioned before that I got one of those siphon copy makers. If you don't know what they are, look them up. They're pretty fucking awesome. I haven't used it yet, but that's because I'm waiting on the denatured alcohol to get here. But the way it works, it has like a top piece that you pull out, and then you have your coffee and the bulb in the bottom. I need to make a something I can kind of just set that on. So I don't have to like set it back into the coffee type deal. More of a me being picky about how I set things up and presetting my coffee making ritual. You are the size. You know what? No, we're gonna use the size 3. We have a big area to cover. You need this because we need to drip a little bit of black ink over here. That much. One of these days I need to clean up my desk. But I mean, it's not like anybody comes over, so it's just me that sees it. Okay, there we go. Also, to my mysterious viewer over on YouTube, I appreciate you. I mean, I appreciate everybody who's tuning in to hang out. You're all awesome. I Uno reverse your Uno reversal. Ah. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That can be there. Black is one of the blob colors. I know black isn't a color, it's a shade, but fucking whatever. Oh no, you missed it, Sharky. Sharky missed the fish. You know, that would be a hell of a way to do a Pokemon run. All fish. Like, as soon as you can get to water, you have to take fish-type Pokemon. No other type of Pokemon. I know they're not a type, but you get what I mean. They just they have to be a fish. And you can have as many of them as you want. But that would also mean no evolving Magikarp. As Gyarados is most definitely not a fish. Oh! That's... Yeah, I can definitely see how that would make a lot of things difficult and less than pleasant. Okay, and I'm going to do that thing that I do with all of my mechs, and the very front part of the hex base is going to be green. The very back part of the hex base is going to be red. Because getting shot in the bum in Battletech is a bad thing. In Classic Battletech, it means you're probably getting shot where you have way less armor. And in Alpha Strike, it means they're doing more damage. And... Oh! Yeah, that's definitely not a good thing. Yeah, no, that's not a normal thing. I always thought that was a sign that you might have diabetes. Because isn't that a thing with people with diabetes, is blood circulation, specifically ankles and feet swelling and stuff like that. It might be something to look into. Not trying to, like, increase your anxiety or anything like that. And I apologize if I have done so. Do 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 do. Like, I know one of my old kitchen managers, I refuse to call him a chef because he was most definitely not a fucking chef, was a diabetic. And I know that was one of the things that he had issues with. Also healing. He did not heal very well. Well, that's good then. I didn't know yellow toenails were a sign of diabetes. You learn something new every day. I too do not have yellow toenails. Oh. Yep. He had to be on a pick line at work for quite a while I was working with him. Like, he would have a nurse come in the morning before we opened up to, like, meet with him and check on shit in the restaurant. And as much as the situation sucks, the guy is a right-wing douche flute, so I have, you know, a little bit less sympathy for him. Now, is that one of those things that peripheral artery disease, is that one of those things that there's nothing that can be done about it, you just kind of have to live with it? Or are there, like, treatments that can be done to, make it, like, not as bad. Reminds me I need to get more titanium white. How many Daler Rowney titanium white? That sucks. Come on. Being an asshole. There we go. Just a little bit. To be fair, searching for stuff like that on the internet has never been a very reliable way of dealing with things, in my opinion. I remember when WebMD was new and everybody was dying because, you know, they would look up their symptoms on WebMD and look at the absolute worst case scenario. You and your partner should just immigrate to Canada. Like, really, everyone should just, like, immigrate to Canada. Oh, fuck you, dude flute. Ugh. Only for a week, baby. Canada is only too cold for a week, baby. Like, Canada is by no means a perfect country. But there are definitely benefits. Well, I mean, you can. It just may not be good for, like, your career or, you know. Like, it may not be the best choice for you. I'm pretty sure I have a couple of Porygons. Yeah. Sure you do. Art is a career. No, I get that. Moving costs a lot. especially like when you're settled and you're picking up and moving somewhere else. Unless you're like me when I was younger, and you basically just pick up and go with nothing more than a backpack and a duffel bag. Oh, I know I don't have more than $20 in my account. I think I'm sitting on like 8 name until Tuesday. To be honest, the only reason I have money in my account right now is because last month was a 3-paycheck month. Otherwise, I would have been broke by like last week. Because this check was a rent check. I now need... I want to use the 1 for this. Yeah, I understand that. So what I need to do now... I'm going to have this walking kind of across the road. So I'm going to put the line going like that way. I need cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow is what I need. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the lemon yellow again. And I need to figure out what I'm gonna use as a straight edge. Actually makes a really cool looking yellow. I like the yellow that this mixture creates. You over there so you're not in my way anymore. So I find the yellow, the lemon yellow is too... It's too yellow. if that makes sense. It's like... it feels weirdly cold to me. Whereas, like, the cadmium yellow feels a lot warmer. Also, lemon yellow kind of reminds me of lemon meringue pie, and I'm not a big fan of lemon meringue pie. Call me a blasphemer if you wish, but lemon meringue pie is fucking gross. Okay, we're gonna utilize a little bit of painter's tape. We're going to be smarter about how we cut it. Could be long enough, at least. Where is... there it is. So, this here metal ruler is actually one of my favorite hobby purchases. As far as, like, tools. It's made my life so much easier in so many ways. Hopefully, put these on great enough that this looks right. Hey, stop that. Stop that. What I want you to. I have to repaint that part of the base, but that's fine. That looks about even. So, now what we're going to do... take a little bit of this yellow. Oh, big sneeze from the little girl. Yeah, big sneeze, you good? And for anybody who doesn't baby talk their pets, if you don't, why do you even have them? You have a cat, and you don't baby talk them at least a little bit. What even is the point? We're gonna let this sit for a minute. I need to let that dry a bit, and then I'm gonna go over it again. I want to make sure that line is nice and solid. That's... There. Exactly. Chris is back there behind me. Yes, she is. This guy's just going for a little walk across the street. It's all good. Nothing to see here. Just, you know, a mech crossing the highway. If I was smart about it, I would have seen about, like, cutting the mech off of the base and doing, like, a proper double yellow line. You're not supposed to cross the double yellow line. You stay on one side. Passing is verboten. Actually, I think it's even the same on a single yellow. Passing is verboten. Though that probably also depends on the traffic laws where you are. Because, you know, if you're someplace like Australia, they probably just don't give a shit. Just don't, like, hit a dingo or something. I think that might be US only. I could be wrong. I don't drive. So, like, I could be wrong, but I could have swore, like, up here, like, if you're on a highway and it has just a single yellow line, you're still not supposed to cross it. Because it's not technically safe. You have to have the dashy line. Or the single line with the dash next to it. And you have to be on the side with the dashes. But now that being said, the only place you generally will see... I have one of those. I do. I'll at it anyway. Like, the only place that you see the, like, just single yellow line usually is on, like, the back roads. Aw, damn it. Actually, it's not terrible. It works. It works. And yeah, like the only place you'll see stuff like that generally up here is like on a farm road somewhere. And you're probably gonna have to cross it anyway in order to get around a fucking tractor. Because those motherfuckers think they own the road. And they're fairly slow. Okay, so now I have one of these that had green in it. Yeah. Fucking cows. There we go. That one I don't think had anything in it. So now we're gonna grab the emerald ink. Have you used this yet? Oop, I have. Give her a good shake. So this is some Dale Rowney ink. It is really nice. Fucking parked at the coffee table at the moment. Do the front, and then we're going to do the back. Probably not going to need that much. Leave that over here just in case I do. I've been known to be wrong on more than one occasion. Probably gonna have to do 2 layers of this, just simply to get the respectable amount of coverage, but I like this green for this use. Really, what I should do with these, if I was smart, which, you know, yeah. What I should do with these is I should do all of the faces except for the very backspace screen. Because technically, in both Alpha Strike and Classic Battletech, the everything but that back square, basically, like that back hex, is front arc. Which honestly is the smartest way to do facing. I think if GW were to adopt a similar way of doing facing, that they could bring it back and there would be far less arguments about it. Like, is your whole unit behind that line? Yes? Okay, you're shooting at its rear arc. Done. going to use some of the Naphthol Crimson, I think. The rear arc notification. Or the rear arc color, I should say. Enough. This one's definitely going to need a couple of layers. I think tomorrow, what we're going to do, because I am going to call it here for the evening. Tomorrow what we're going to do... Throw someone? But why would I throw someone? It's plastic and it would break. How are you doing today, Monty? It has been forever and a day since I've seen you in chat. How is things? Oh, fun, fun. Are you going live today? By chance? Oh! That is fair. That is fair. Real life does happen. At least to most people. I was about to say, because I am getting ready to finish up soon here. I wanted to get a couple of finishing touches, so I'm going to use the upcoming ad. That's fair. That's fair. Thank you very much for dropping that shout out, Sharky. Monty here is a primarily Blood Bowl streamer when he's streaming. Though he does also play some retro games on occasion. Fun time. I know Anarkitty paid, like, probably twice as much as she would have to win Blood Bowl 3, you know, had she just decided to buy it. Let's try and clean that up just a little bit. Which, not gonna lie, I found that very hilarious. But that being said, the money kind of went to support somebody within the Twitch community, so can't really complain. But yes, so this is what I've been working on today, actually, the last little bit. Doing some painting on some BattleTech. Now that the camera decides it wants to focus. A camo paint job on the Mech. But yeah, so I think what we're gonna do, tomorrow, when I start stream, I'm gonna take a look here and make sure there's nothing else I need to touch up. If there's anything I need to touch up, I'll do so. Then, after that, the plan is I'm going to throw varnish on it, call it done, and then we're gonna move on to the Valkyrie. After the Valkyrie is done, I'm gonna paint some arms on some already painted mechs and do some basing on them. And yeah, and hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I will have some fresh mechs in that I can start throwing paint on and getting them ready for people who want to have a customized mech in my BattleTech course. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that button there, which is going to throw us onto the ending screen, like that. Then I'm going to grab a microphone. I'm going to come over here. Bring it all nice and all nice and cozied up and comfortable on the couch. And we are just, that needs to go about like that. Maybe not that high. That should be fine. There we go. That can shrink. That can shrink. That can actually stay about that size. Okay. Now that I've done fucked around with that, ooh, I'm gonna need to check my filters. It looks like I'm peaking, but I could have swore I had a we're gonna hit snooze one more time. I could have swore I had a limiter. But let's take a look and see who is doing the thing over here on Twitch. Let's see. Got some Pal World, some BG3, Fallout 4. Trash Snail. Who the fuck is Trash Snail? Somebody drawing emotes, that's for sure. We got Das Goomba. You know what? Ooh, hold on. You know what? We're gonna go into Duggar Juggernaut. They are painting up some Warhammer minis. And yeah, so it is, you know, adjacent. It's miniature painting. And I was painting miniature giant walking robots. But I do want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. As always, it is a pleasure having each and every one of you in chat. Sharky, thank you very much for that resub. I appreciate you. And, well, really, I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are why I do this. Whether you've been chatting, whether you've been lurking, whether it's your first time in, or you are around here regularly, you guys are why I do this. I will be back tomorrow night with some more painting, and I hope to see you all back. Cheers.